Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
My name is LayTana Booker. I am the owner of Lead One Insurance and Financial Services. I am originally from a small little town in Virginia called Cumberland County, where if you drive too fast, you might miss it. Um, that's where I grew up. I most recently moved to Texas from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, where I was there for 3 years, and that's where Lead One was born. Coming out of COVID, needed some extra money, and so I fell in love with life insurance.
So, with Lead One, how did you get into that? I know we were talking before we got on here. You were in, Charlotte, then Winston Salem. When did that start, and where does that timeline kind of line up?
Okay, so I was introduced to the insurance industry right at the top of COVID when nobody knew what was going on and whatever. I was living in Virginia, working in the school system, and they shut schools down, and I said, okay, well, I'm getting out of Dodge. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going on. I had lived in Charlotte, North Carolina previously, so I was like, I'm going back. So I literally packed up my car with whatever I could pack in my car, and I drove, and I ended up in Winston-Salem. And then I was introduced to a young lady, and she was doing insurance with another company, and she got me on, and I started making sales. I started interacting with people, and I started loving what I do. Meeting new people, helping families understand what finances mean to the next generation and everything. And so it just grew from there. So I started out with my life license, and then I ended up with my health and accident license. And then my mentor, he was like, oh, take it another level, do Medicare. Whole nother level, literally. So then I stepped it up, got my health insurance license, did all the training things I needed to do for Medicare, and then I became Medicare licensed, which is a whole nother beast. But did all of that. Then I start recruiting and getting people under me, helping them learn the ropes, helping them help other families. And then about January this year, Lead One was born.
So with all that, I know a lot of people have struggles like with recruiting and everything like that. What was your biggest struggle when recruiting? I'll hold it for you.
Struggles with recruiting. At first, it was really talking to people because I was approaching it the wrong way. I was coming at them with, hey, you want to do this, I do this, whatever. But it wasn't working. People was like, shunning away from it, didn't really know what I was talking about. I just looked like a crazy lady. But then once I got comfortable in myself and with what I was doing and being more confident in what I do, normal conversation turned into like, hey, you do what now? How can I get into that? Because I start talking more about helping people, helping families, than how much money you can actually make. And that's what people I found were more intrigued by, helping other people grow and learn, especially with, you never know what the economy is doing these days. So helping people be more financially secure and knowing how to grow their money, how to keep their money safe, people were into that. So it made recruiting a little easier for me.
So instead of, you said with the money thing, instead of being like, hey, this is how much money you can make, everything like that, but this is how you can actually help people. I find, I guess, more when you say money first, then it's kind of like, seems like a scam anyways. It's like, what the heck are you guys doing then? But another thing that's, coming around a lot lately is like automations and everything like that. What are you doing or planning in the future for that?
Currently, not really much, but I've been to a couple of conferences and they've mentioned it, and it is up and coming. And so, you got to move with the times. So I have been like trying to educate myself and encouraging other people to educate themselves on what it means and how it can build and it help us expand in the company. So I'm just right now just keeping an eye open for it and, reaching out to people that can help me grow my business using it.
So a thing that I've seen kind of with a lot of insurance agents is they have maybe like a select carrier, or like I know there's State Farm guys, there's also like Farmers, all that stuff. So with your company, like where you guys are independent, right?
I am.
Okay, independent. So what does that really mean? Because I've heard it a lot. It just means like you literally are able to choose from how many carriers? Like what does that really mean?
It really means like you're not captive. Like State Farm Insurance, Allstate, insurance companies like that, you can only work with them. Like you can only sell their products, and work with whoever they work with within their office. Like for me, being an independent, I'm contracted right now with 22 different carriers, like Mutual of Omaha. I think we just started with nationwide, like different insurance carriers on different platforms that sell or offer multiple different insurance products. So, like if you work for State Farm, it might be limited or Allstate or what have you, or you might work with a company that only do P&C insurance. And that wouldn't work for me because I'm not P&C licensed. I'm licensed for, life, health, and whatever, and Medicare. So being independent is just you're able to work with more carriers and offer your clients more products.
Okay. So you're just able to offer them more products available. So in your opinion, it's better to be independent, right?
It depends on what type of person you are. Like I have friends that work for that are captive, and it works for them because they're good at what they add because they know their products, and these are the only products they can work with. Me personally and some of my other business partners, they like being non-captive because we actually have product specialists that we can call. So we'll go into a home, we'll get information about our clients, and we'll get our product specialist on the line, and they can dictate to us based on what the client sheet says, their needs. So we don't want to overcharge them. We don't want to give them stuff that they don't need. And so our product specialist helps us with that.
Okay. It allows you to have more connections and control on your side, it seems like. So with those other business partners, like what do they do? And then what are some like lessons that you've learned that would help other younger entrepreneurs kind of with partnerships and everything like that?
First and foremost, get you a good mentor. Okay. Get you someone that understands people, how to lead, shows leadership, and is where or above where you would want to be. My mentor, Tara and Tia Edwards, they run like what we call the dream team, and it's just a bunch of us entrepreneurs building upon this insurance thing, and we're helping everybody we can help. If that's new leaders, helping family financially get where, reach their family's goals, breaking generational curses, building generational wealth, whatever it is, they are wholeheartedly care about us first. And you can tell that by they're like transparent. Yep. They are God-fearing people, and as long as you're teachable, they can help you. So get a mentor. That's the biggest thing. Get a mentor. And then
sure. I actually had this thought last night, and because I'm about to move in with one of the people I do business with, and I was like, if somebody's like with a mentor, right? If they're at a higher level, right? And then you have somebody who's trying to go up. Do you think it's kind of like a, where they meet in the middle? How does the mentor make sure that he's not meeting in the middle, but he's pulling them up with them? If that makes sense. Do you think it's like that, or what's your kind of stance?
And that's how you'll hear me refer to the dream team a lot, because they literally like save my life. Like I love the dream team because they're like family. Like I can call any of them up right now and have a whole conversation like, hey, I'm having a rough day. Help me, talk me through it. Like, everybody have rough days in the field. Everybody has that one client that you just can't get to understand the importance. But, but with Terry and Tia, they, and the Dream Team, we push each other up so that we all can get to the level where we want to be. Not everybody want to be millionaires. Not everybody want to be billionaires. They just want to make sure that they leave something for their families. They just want to make sure that they can have that financial freedom that they want. And with Terry and Tia, they want to move up, and they're moving up in their company, but they're not leaving us behind. They get on us and be like, hey, you told me that you wanted to be here by this time. They hold us accountable. So they make sure that we're getting to where we want to get to, and they show us how to get there or how they got there. And to me, that's just how nobody's left in the middle. Everybody's pulling everybody up and elevating everybody.
So everybody's pulling everyone up, so you don't really have to worry about the meeting in the middle type of thing. It's literally everybody's moving up together. They're staying on top of each. We're just going. Forget the middle. Well, I heard you say basically you've had those customers that like are really are not understanding stuff like that. What's your most memorable customer experience?
Oh gosh, just one.
I mean, yeah, you can say as many as you want.
Well, okay. So, like I told you, I came from a small town. So, when you come from a small town and you want to be somebody, you want to make a name for yourself. So, one thing they tell us when you become an insurance agent, start with your warm market first. So that means the people that know you, people you grew up with, this, that, and the other. Well, having a couple of, reaching out, old friends, high school people, whatever, it's hard to get them to see you past what you used to be. So when you're talking to them about generational curse breaking, the financial services that I provide, they're looking at me like, that's the same chick that we used to, put our change together to put $2 in gas to go to a game or a dance or something. So it's like, how is she going to tell me about financial services and how to double my money and put money in the bank and, you know what I'm saying? So not to say I have one client that couldn't see the big picture. I've had several, and it's because it's hard for people sometimes, especially in today's society with everything that's going on in the world, to see you past what you used to be to what you are today. So that's one of the reasons why people ask me all the time, why did you move? Why did you leave? So that I could grow, because I felt like if I didn't, I wouldn't be where I am today. And that's not why I left North Carolina. I left North Carolina because living in Texas was on my bucket list. So, I set big goals and dreams for myself, and I set little ones to help me get to those big dreams. And North Carolina was just a pit stop, but it helped me get here. So, my agents and my family and my friends that I have out there, I still have love for them. I still reach out to them. I still call. We still Zoom. We still talk. But building big business here is why I'm here. And to help my clients in every state that I'm licensed. Huh?
You're in the right place, Texas.
Yes, it's huge.
Very,
it's
very, very competitive people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, yeah. So I don't have any one client story. I have a bunch, but we don't have all that time.
Okay.
So I kind of generalized it for you.
I mean, even with one here, hold up. I'm gonna check if this is still rolling. For people who don't know, there's nobody behind you. Yep, we're all good. Cool. I can't wait till I can afford a cameraman.
You're headed there.
Yeah. So a lot of people will have I know in sales careers I've had people try to pull guns on me. I've had people just be absolutely crazy, very just ignorant. So what is a story? I don't know if you want to get into it, but what is a story that you've had? The guy who I just had on, he actually had a guy call him and just cuss him out over the phone, like be like, you got all this stuff and everything like that. But what's something, if you want to get into that, like what's a story for you that's most memorable in that way where you're like, oh my gosh?
I really don't have one. I've
Really?
been blessed. Like,
Wow.
when I say I go, like, I have this whole ritual before I go and do my appointments. I pray, I meditate, I listen to either some type of motivational speaking on my way, or I listen to gospel music. And I get myself all psyched up, and I pray before I go into each client's home, and I ask God to help me help this family if it's in your will. And I haven't had any issues.
Cool.
And it's 3 years strong, knock on wood.
Yeah, a lot of people end up having something, or I mean, I guess in door knocking for sure, because you're coming up to their place unsolicited. How do you get leads and how do you get leads and grow a business?
Well, warm market, networking, referrals, and we have a lead system that we use as well. And so when we get those leads, we contact the person on the leads, and that's how we make our appointments. And from our appointments, we build upon that and ask for referrals from those clients, because most of the time, if you're there with them, they know somebody that needs the services that we have, and we try to help as many people as we can.
So you're mostly referral based. How do you ask for those referrals in the right way? Because I know a lot of people don't know how to ask for referrals in the right way, and have struggles bringing it up. So what is your way for asking for referrals?
Oh, that's easy. What I just said.
Oh, literally? Just somebody already needs it.
Yeah, so you're my client, right?
Yeah,
and we're
yeah.
talking and we're finishing up, and I say, so Noah, if I helped you out today, can you give me 10 names and numbers of people that you think could benefit from my services? And if they don't have 10, they'll give me as many as they have. That's it.
So I know at Cutco, they used to have if you give us 10 referrals, then we'll give you a magic scooper or something like that. And then they'd be like, you just got to write them down. And one of the things that they said was they had a list and they circled. They said, circle 3, give me 10. Nothing like that. You're just like, hey, 10, I'm going to call all through them. Okay, cool. Well, wrapping everything up, what are your plans for the future? How are you, what is your plan for Texas? How's that?
My plan for Texas is actually for Texas right now, I'm just trying to get acclimated, network, collaborate, get to know with some people, and then hit the ground running, grow my company, get some more agents licensed and in the field helping families, and generating wealth. Trying to get that financial freedom, because my next stop is Miami, Florida, but I got a couple of years, so.
Why Miami?
Have you been to Miami?
No.
You need to go to Miami. Really? It's really nice. And that's on my bucket list to retire. Mind you, I made this bucket list when I was 18. So I made some changes, but pretty much my destinations for living haven't changed much. But so here I am in Texas. Next stop is New Orleans, and then retire in Miami.
Why New Orleans?
They got good food.
Yeah.
And they know how to have fun.
Yeah, New Orleans is. Yeah, I've been to New Orleans. It's a pretty nice spot.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm gonna have all of her description in the description below. It's gonna have if you got a business card link, anything like that, put everything down below, and you guys can check her out. All right. Sounds good.